There are over 3 million millionaires in the UK right now. 3 million. And I think most people have absolutely no idea what that actually means for them or why that number is about to fall off a cliff. I'm Ryan, I'm a chartered financial advisor, and it's literally my job to help you make better informed decisions. And this one is actually really important to understand. So first things first, what even is a millionaire in the UK? Right now, 4.48% of people in the UK are millionaires. That's roughly 1 in every 22 people, which is actually way more than most people think. And the reason for that is property. If you bought a home in the southeast 20 years ago, paid down your mortgage and built up a pension, you might already be there without even realizing it. And when you look at where those millionaires actually live, it's not surprising. London is home to 227,000 of them as of 2025. The southeast has 157,000, and the east of England has 93,000. And then at the other end, Wales and the northeast, both sitting at around 12,000. That gap is massive. And again, it comes back to property. Warehouse prices compounded, wealth compounded. Globally, the UK sits third behind the US and nearly 22 million millionaires and China, and with just over 6 million. For the country of our size, that's a genuinely impressive position to be in. But here's where it gets interesting, and honestly, it's a bit concerning. That number, 3.06 million, is projected to fall to 2.54 million by 2028. That's a 17% drop. And when you look at the same chart for every other major country, the US up 16, Japan up 28. The UK is the only major economy going backwards. The only one. And I think that should make people realize and really ask some serious questions. Because part of what's driving this is people leaving in 2024. An estimated 9,500 liquid millionaires left the UK. And to put that in context, in 2020, that number was just 500. In 2022, it was 1,600. So this isn't a blip. This is a trend, and it's been accelerating every single year. The only country that lost more millionaires, liquid millionaires, other than us in 2024 was China at 15,200. And the reasons are pretty different. Geopolitical uncertainty, capital controls. The UK is more straightforward, tax policy. The removal of non-dom status, inheritance tax changes, and the direction of the 2024 budget that the wealth paid 119 billion in tax in 23 and 24. That's an enormous contribution. But the growing number of those that have looked at the direction of travel and decided their money works better elsewhere. Now, I'm not here to tell you whether that's right or wrong, but I do think it matters. Because when wealth leaves, so does investment, so does jobs, and so does tax revenue. It has a knock-on effect that goes well beyond people actually leaving. At the very top end, the UK has 55 billionaires in 2025, 10th in the world. The US has 902. Nearly a third of every billionaire on the planet lives in one country. We're not even close. So what does all this actually mean for you? Most millionaires in this country don't earn their way through income. They got there through assets, mainly property appreciating over time. And that's the quiet mechanism behind most of this data. And understanding that is really useful because it tells you where the real wealth building opportunities are and why the government keeps going back to that asset to base for raising taxes. If you've got questions about any of this, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks for watching.